What's up guys, welcome back to my channel Keto with Sammy. For today's video we are doing the Q&A so y'all can get to know a little bit about me. So let's get straight to the video. Okay, so starting with my name is Samantha Peña. I am 26 years old. I grew up in San Antonio, born and raised. I did go to California for a couple years. I went to school over there, high school, and then I started talking to my husband. We really wanted to be together, so I ended up moving down here to Houston, and I've been here ever since. I live in a little town called Highlands, Texas. I've been here for 7 years, and this is where I live now. I really don't have any family here. I'm just with my husband, and I do have 3 children. I have 3 boys. I have a 5-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 3-year-old. I had them all back to back, all boys. It gets a little crazy. And I'm gonna read some questions that y'all did ask. It says, what do you do for a living, or are you a stay-at-home mom? I am a stay-at-home mom. I stay here with my 3 boys, and then I just do YouTube videos. This is what I love to do. I cook all the time, so I do not work. My husband is the one that works. Says, can you talk about your tattoos? My tattoos that y'all mostly see is my rose on my hand. I love roses. That is my middle name. It's just very pretty. This is what I wanted, and I really like it. Now my pug tattoo, this is a pug that I did have. She did pass away, so I did want to get a tattoo in her honor. She was really cute. That was my baby. My first tattoo is right here behind my ear. It's just, you know, any tattoo that any girl wants to get. I like it. It's cute. I don't regret it. I do have one on my ankle. It's just a little boo from Mario Karts, the little ghost guy. I got that one on like Friday the 13th. It's cute. I love to play Mario Karts. I love Mario games. And then I do have one on my butt, but we won't go into that. And those are all the tattoos that I do have. And it says, somebody asked, other than cooking, what are your hobbies? I really don't have any other hobbies. I am constantly cooking. This is what I love to do. I'm always in the kitchen. I got 3 boys. They're always hungry. My husband, so my hobbies really just revolve around cooking. That's just what I like to do. So next question, somebody asked, how long have you been married? So me and my husband have been together for 7 years. We consider ourselves married, but we're not like officially married. Like we haven't gone and actually gotten married. We really want to do that really soon. I was hoping to this year, but with everything going on, I don't really know if that's gonna happen, but hopefully really soon I will announce to y'all that we have officially gotten married. So I'm excited for that, but we do consider ourselves married. We've been together for a while. And then somebody asked, where did you grow up? Like I mentioned, I grew up in San Antonio, Texas, on the south side. That is where all my family is at. I really don't have family here. It's just me and my husband and his family. So everybody's over there. That's where I grew up at. I love it. It's a really nice place. There's so much to see and so much to do. If you haven't been to San Antonio, Texas, I would definitely recommend going and visiting there. It's very nice. And then somebody asked, do you have siblings? I do. I have a big family. Some of them are half, but I consider them all, you know, my brothers and sisters. I have 8 sisters and 2 brothers, and I am the oldest out of everybody. So yes, I have a lot of siblings, but it's fun. It's nice when I do get to see them. I don't get to see them often because I am over here in Houston and everybody is just separated, but it's nice when I do. And then somebody asked, how do you have time to cook with 3 little boys running around? Honestly, it's hard. It's hard sometimes, especially because they're all so close in age. They're all, I consider them toddlers, but they're getting older. You know, a 5-year-old, 4-year-old, and 3-year-old running around together, getting into things and being chaotic. They're boys, so boys are going to do what boys do. But I think they've gotten used to it. You know, they see that, hey, mom has to do a video. Let's go to our room. Let's just play. You know, they get quiet. They do what they do. Sometimes it's a little rough, but they've gotten used to it. They kind of know what I'm doing now, so it makes it a little bit easier. But sometimes it is hard. You know, that's stuff that y'all don't see. Yes, guys, he just interrupted me as soon as I said it and asked for a titi. So let's get straight back to this video. But it's not too bad, you know, it got easier, so they're getting the hang of it. So next question somebody asked was, how did you begin keto? So I started when I first heard about keto was from my mother. I was trying to lose weight because I was 193 pounds. You know, I had all my boys back to back, and you know, I gained a lot of weight. So I really wanted to lose weight. So at first I had started counting calories, and I had lost 10 pounds, but then like it wasn't really moving after that. So I was like, what do I do? Well, at the time my mom lived in Italy, and she was sending pictures that she had lost weight, and she had lost all this weight, and she looked good. And I was like, what are you doing? Let me know what you're doing. And she's like, well, I started this diet called keto. So my mom was the first person to introduce me to keto. She explained to me how it worked, and I was like, all right, well, let me give this a try. Obviously it's working for her, let me do it. So that's how I jumped into keto. I first heard it from my mother, and I've been doing it ever since. The best decision that I have ever made. I love it. So it's been working. Then somebody asked, when you first started your keto journey, did you have a set meal plan / prep that you stuck to? I sat down. This is what I still do. I never like prepped any meals because I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm here anyways. I cook every day. So I never really prepped anything for me. If that's what works for you, then do that. But the way I would do it is I would sit down every Wednesday, sorry. I would sit down every Wednesday because I was go grocery shopping every Thursday. So every Wednesday I would sit down and I would plan Thursday till next Wednesday again when I have to go shopping. I would plan out every single day what I'm gonna eat for dinner. Now, I never really eat lunch, so I wouldn't plan out lunches. I would just plan out dinner, and then for breakfast, I would just like make easy stuff like bacon and eggs, like, you know, your protein, and just have simple things that I already have in the fridge. But I would sit down and plan out every dinner for every day of the week. And then just write down what ingredients that I needed for that dinner. If I already had stuff, then I didn't need to go buy that stuff. I would just buy what I needed, and that helps save money, and it just keeps you on track. I really recommend doing that so you're not guessing what you're having for dinner every day. You already have it planned out, and that helps you, you know, lose your weight, keeps you on track so you don't go off track. So I really love doing that, and I still do that. Somebody put, how much have you lost on keto? I have lost, I believe 55 pounds, 54 pounds, almost 60 pounds. I started at 193, and the last time I weighed myself, I'm at 139. So I've lost a good amount of weight, and that made a huge difference. Even when you lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds, like it's a difference. You feel it in yourself. You eventually start seeing it, and I'm very proud of myself for losing that weight, and I'm still trying to lose some more weight, but it's going a little bit slow now that I've lost a lot of weight. You know, it's going to slow down, and I expected that, so now I just got to work a little bit harder to lose these last pounds that I want to lose. How did you feel, and how do you feel about yourself now? You know, when I first started my keto journey, I was just like anybody else. I wanted to lose weight. I wanted to feel good about myself. I was overweight. Especially for my kids, I didn't want to be overweight, and I just wanted to feel good, just like any other, you know, girl. So I was a little down about myself in the beginning. I mean, not that I was fully depressed or anything. I knew I wanted to be happy about myself and get to where I wanted to feel comfortable, anything that I'm in or just anything that I'm doing. But now I'm happy. I've lost all my weight, mostly all the weight that I wanted to lose, but I feel really good now. You know, losing weight makes a huge difference in yourself, in your attitude, in what you do. It makes a big difference. Have you changed as a person at all? I definitely have. I've grown. I think anybody, you know, you grow as a person, especially doing my YouTube channel and, you know, talking to people. People message me all the time for advice. I've definitely have changed myself as a person, and I'm very happy. What have you done with all your clothes that don't fit anymore? So I had some clothes that didn't fit anymore, that were bigger. I just gave them to family members if they were in good condition. If they weren't in good condition, I kind of just tossed them, or I donated them. But I can't say that I had a lot of clothes that don't fit me anymore, because when I was in clothes, they were tight, and now I guess my clothes are more they're comfortable on me. Like, they fit me now. They fit me better. So I haven't gotten rid of much clothes. I think it was just more like the big clothes that I've gotten rid of, and I kind of just donated them to people and gave them away, stuff like that. It says, have you hit your goal weight? Yes, I did hit my goal weight. I started at 193. My goal weight initially was 140. So I did hit that. I hit it in less than a year. I believe I hit it in like 6 months or 7 months, something like that. It was very fast. So yes, I did hit that. But now my next goal weight is 130. I don't weigh myself as often as I did, just because sometimes I feel the same, and I don't really like to look at the scale anymore. I kind of just keep myself going, and eventually, you know, this is the lifestyle. Eventually I will hit that goal weight that I'm striving for next. I am short. I'm only 4'11", so y'all, some people think, oh, 130 is too low, but I'm very short, so the weight looks big on me. I think the lowest that I will ever strive for is 125 if I get there. But yes, my next goal weight is 130 to hit. What made you try keto? I didn't really try many diets, but I just wanted something that'll work, that'll not be easy, but that will be comfortable. You know, I don't really have to change a whole lot, because when you change a whole lot, some people don't want to do it. Like, it's just too much on them. So I felt like keto was like the easiest thing to do, because yeah, you're cutting out, you know, all the bad carbs and, you know, all the chips and snacks, but that's what you should do. That's what you need to do. I feel like keto is like the best, I don't know, diet in my opinion, because, you know, you still eat all your meats, you still eat your protein, the cheese, the dairy, you know, that you can make good stuff with all your veggies that you want to have. So I just really wanted to try it, and once I tried it and I saw the weight falling off, I never did anything else. It says, do your kids do keto with you? My kids do not do keto with me. I let my kids be kids. Of course, I try to limit them and stuff, of course, but I'm not gonna like strictly make my kids do keto, especially my oldest. Some of y'all know my oldest, he is autistic. He is very picky, so what he wants to eat is what he wants to eat. That boy, he just wants to eat macaroni and chicken nuggets, any kid foods, you know, that kids want to eat. So I don't really limit my kids to what I want them, you know, to eat. I just let them be kids. Now my baby, he loves what I eat. He loves keto food. He loves broccoli and avocado. So of course, if he wants to eat it, he will eat that. So he likes it. He's not picky. My oldest they're very picky. Says, have you ever tried any other diets? The only diet that I ever tried was trying to count calories. I didn't know anything about like carbs or net carbs, or like, I didn't know anything. So, you know, people say, oh, just eat fruits and salads and drink water, but like none of that stuff ever really worked. Eventually it just, you know, don't work. So no, I never really tried any other diets. Do you exercise as well? I should exercise. I need to exercise now. I don't like to, like, it's not that I don't like to exercise. I get bored because I don't have anybody here to exercise with me. I hate to exercise by myself. I don't have time, especially right now the gyms are closed, but I didn't have time to go to the gym. I have 3 boys. I'm busy, you know, I'm constantly busy. I was taking them to school, doing the videos. Like, I didn't have time. So then I was trying to work out here at home, and it was doing good for a little bit, but I just get bored. I get bored here at home, but I should work out. Yes, I did lose all my weight without working out. You know, you don't need to work out on keto, but I do recommend it because it you know, it boosts your weight loss, especially when you hit that stall. I need to work out now. I wish I can get a bike. I really want to get a bike and work out on that. But I do recommend working out on your keto journey. It just helps a lot. Do you suffer from sugar cravings? Now, at the beginning I did. It was bad. Just like anybody else, when you cut out carbs, you're gonna crave stuff. Now I don't crave it as bad. I'm not gonna lie, I crave it every once in a while, just like anybody. It's normal. It's normal to crave sweets. Like, ooh, I want ice cream was my like guilty pleasure. But now that they have keto ice creams, like, I don't really crave stuff. If I do, I just eat that. Or I like to prep desserts. I don't do it every week because I really don't recommend eating keto desserts like crazy, you know? So like every once in a while when I do the video or something, I'll prep a dessert and I just have it like once a day, and like that keeps me on track. If you're somebody that needs sweets, then I recommend prepping sweets, or like buying a little bit, keeping it in your fridge so you don't give in to any other kind of bad sweets. How many carbs do you eat per day? Now, the recommended carb count for keto is 20 net carbs a day, and that's what I stuck to in the beginning. But sometimes I wouldn't hit that. Sometimes I'd be like 18 net carbs a day, depending on what I eat. So 20 and under is what I do. For some of the treats you make, do you only eat one serving a day? Yes. If I do have keto desserts, I only eat the one serving. Now, when you're first starting, if you're like, man, I need like another serving, then okay. If it fits your macros, that's fine if it fits your macros. If you're still under 20 net carbs or you hit 20 net carbs, that's okay. But for me personally, I try not to give in to all the keto sweets too much. So yes, I will only eat one serving a day. How do you know when you're in ketosis? Now, when I know I'm in ketosis, I get keto breath. I taste it in my mouth. It's like tasting metal, or like I didn't notice it. My husband's like, babe, your breath is a little kicking. But yeah, I took care of that problem. But yes, on my breath, I notice it. But you know, some people don't really, they want to like know. So there's like blood tests that you could buy like on Amazon. I'll link in the description below if y'all want to check that out, if y'all don't really know what that is. But it tests your blood to see if you're in ketosis. They have like pee strips that you can buy from like Walmart or like HEB, like any local store. But I heard they weren't very accurate. I've done them myself, but I don't think they were really that accurate, because I knew I was in ketosis, and sometimes they would read that I wasn't, or you know, you just gotta, you can try them if you like, but I think the blood test will be more accurate. I think I want to order one soon, so I'll probably get that and maybe show y'all how it works. If y'all want to see that, let me know. It says, do you include intermediate fasting in your keto journey? I do. I feel like intermediate fasting has helped a lot. So for some of y'all that don't know what that is, you basically eat between a certain time. So I did 16-8. So I would eat between an 8-hour window and fast for 16 hours. So I would eat, say, depends on your schedule. I would wake up and start eating like 10 in the morning, and then the latest I would eat would be like 5 or 6 o'clock. And then the rest of the day, like after 6 o'clock, you're fasting. You're asleep, you know, you shouldn't really eat towards the night. And I feel like that helps a lot. So if you're someone that's on your keto journey and you've lost a lot of weight, but it's like stopped to slow down, then try intermediate fasting, and I promise you, you will see results. And it really works. I feel like that has impacted a lot in my weight loss. What are some of your favorite keto beverages and snacks? Now, my favorite thing to drink, I'm not a soda person, so I don't drink diet sodas or anything like that. Even before keto, I just didn't like soda. I was always addicted to tea. But so now I drink, I only have one. I would only drink it for dinner, and that's not every day. I say to limit like on stuff like that have like hidden sugars. I would drink the Lipton diet green teas and the berry. Those are really good. So I would only have one of those for like dinner when I just don't feel like drinking water for dinner. But I mostly drink water. Like that's what I recommend you drink, because that helps weight loss too. But so that one was my favorite. And then I love to get, you know, if I didn't want to have that Lipton tea, hey, maybe I drank one yesterday, maybe I shouldn't have one today. I like to get those meal drops to flavor up the water. And then that's pretty much like all I drink. Gatorade Zero is good too. I'll have one of those every once in a while. But the Lipton green teas and the berry, those are my favorite. Those are really good. Oh, and the snacks. I like to snack on pickles and cucumbers with tahini. That's probably my favorite snack to snack, but I'll keep little sugar-free chocolates in the freezer as well. How do you come up with your recipes? I research a lot. I just look all over the internet, Pinterest. I research the best of the best recipes. I try them out, I change it up, I make it my own for y'all. So it's just a lot of research and trying recipes out, and you know, testing them out, because sometimes they don't really come out as like you want it, so you have to make it your own. But yes, I just do a lot of research all over the internet. What is your biggest weakness when it comes to food? Now, if you're talking the type of food, it has to be Mexican or Italian. But like when I have a cheat day, I plan out my cheat days. I don't really have much cheat days. I kind of make them like holidays, or like I plan ahead so I don't feel guilty. But those are probably my biggest weaknesses. And like on homemade food, like I crave homemade food that you don't get often, you know? So like I don't really crave fast food and all that stuff. It's just homemade food that I really want whenever I want to have a cheat day or something. What is your favorite keto dish that you make? My favorite keto dish probably has to be the chicken fried steak, and I do have a video on that if you want to check it out. It is so good. It's even my husband, like, he loves the chicken fried steak. It's the bomb. And my second one probably had to be the chili as well. It's really good, but the chicken fried steak, really good. And what is the easiest one that you make? The easiest one, there's a lot of easy keto recipes that you can just throw together. But the easiest one that I can think of would probably just be like keto pizza, because, you know, it's just pizza. You just throw it together and put it in the oven. But other than that, when I'm just here at home and I'm just cooking for myself or something, I tend to make everything easy, because that's just the way to go. You know, it keeps you on track. You don't really want to cook a big old meal. So I tend to keep all my recipes pretty easy for me. Do you plan to stop keto when you reach your goal weight? I do not. I feel like I'm not going to do strictly keto, because I can't say that once I hit my goal weight. But I'm not going to go back to eating bad foods, because I did all this work for what? You're just going to gain your weight back. And I don't recommend just stopping keto. You know, people say that it's a diet. I don't say that. It is a lifestyle. You know, you can't go back to eating the bad foods, because you're just going to ruin all the process that you worked for. So, but I will interpret like more carbs to my diet, you know, like maybe enter adding sweet potatoes to my diet, like more carbs like that, maybe a little bit of corn here and there, still healthy, but not going back to full on like bread and, you know, milk and sugars and stuff like that. I won't do that, because I don't want to gain all my weight back. I've worked so hard to get to where I am. What time do you start eating each day? It just depends how early I start my day, or like when I started fasting. But usually around 10 a.m. I'm pretty much, you know, trying to get in a breakfast if I'm hungry. If not, I'll just have my coffee. And then I just maybe have a snack at lunch. I don't really eat a full-on lunch. And then I'll have my dinner. Would you consider doing videos called What I Eat in a Day? I will eventually, because I've thought about that before, and I kind of wanted to ask y'all what y'all thought about that. I don't want to like do full-on vlogging. I like to do my recipes and show y'all recipes, like this is what my channel is about. But I'm gonna be in the process of moving soon, so y'all are gonna see a new kitchen soon. And maybe in the new house I will start doing what I eat in a day and showing y'all what I eat for breakfast, what time, and all that stuff. So if you are interested in that, let me know. Says, do you have any favorite keto channels you watch? I do. I watch other people on YouTube. I watch, especially because when I first started my keto journey, I didn't have my channel, so I would watch other YouTube people. I like Catherine Michelle. She's one of my favorite YouTubers, and she's from here in Baytown. She's just right here next to me. She's one of my favorite people. And of course, I watch Keto They're very popular, and they have a lot of great info on their channels. So those are my two favorite keto channels. Did you or do you just eat whatever you wanted that was keto friendly? Like I said earlier, I did plan out my dinners every day. Now if there's just something I wanted to try, like, ooh, I have this stuff here in the kitchen, let me try this recipe, then I would do that. But yeah, mostly everything was planned out for me each day. How do you change your mindset with food and not give up? I think I just got to that point where I needed to change. I needed to lose weight for me, for my kids, you know. And you just have to buckle down and do it. You know, some people don't have that strong mindset. I didn't, I'm not gonna lie. But once you see changes and once you see the weight start falling off, your mindset changes. You were like, oh, I can do this, let me keep going. Like, you change as a person. You get that determination to do it. So, you know, if you're someone that's struggling to lose weight, and you don't have, that determination, I would just make small changes, and eventually you'll get there. You'll see a lot of changes, and your mindset will change on the whole thing. I say just work it in slowly. Don't push yourself and don't overwhelm yourself. That's what I did. I just worked it in slowly, and eventually I saw changes, and it just made me happy, and I wanted to keep going, and you're gonna get that strive. How many times did you give up? I haven't gave up completely. I have not. I've been doing keto for a year and a half now. And of course, there's been times where I've had cheat days. I've gone on vacation. Like for Thanksgiving, for example, I went on vacation in San Antonio and I cheated the whole time while I was there. But I mean, there's been little times like that. But I know myself that I can get right back to it. Like I have that mindset already, like, hey, I can't gain weight. I have y'all watching me and I don't want to gain weight for myself. So I have that mindset to where I get right back on it. Now, if you're someone that doesn't have that mindset, I don't recommend, cheat days, or like if you know yourself that you cannot get right back on it, I don't recommend it. But me, myself, I get right back on it. I haven't gave up yet and I won't. Says, what was your breaking point that made you decide to take weight loss seriously? In all honesty, my husband likes to take the ugliest pictures of me, and he would always take random pictures of me doing things, and he would show me and like make fun of me all the time. Not like make fun of me like that, but like just show me the picture. And I didn't realize how big I was until you actually look at a picture of someone else that has taken of you. And there was this one picture, I posted it before, that I would never forget. One of my family members took it of me on Easter, and it was just like a side picture of me. And I was so like big, and I was like, oh my God, like you don't realize how big you are yourself. And I saw that picture and I was like, I gotta do something. Like I've already had all my kids. Let me focus on myself and lose the weight. So it was just basically just seeing pictures of myself and me not being comfortable in what I was wearing, and what I was, when I would do stuff, I was tired, or I couldn't do much, and I knew I just needed a change. So that picture was the breaking point of where I said I need to make this change and lose weight. When you feel like giving up, or maybe have constant consecutive cheat days, what do you do to motivate yourself and not give in? I feel like y'all are my biggest motivation, because I'm teaching y'all how to go into this keto journey and get y'all's life started on the keto journey and lose weight. So if I go and gain weight, that can't happen. I mean, not that I'm saying that I want to, but I feel like y'all are my biggest motivation on this channel. So that helps me a lot. It's when I have a cheat day, I feel guilty all the time. Like I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have had that cheat day. But when I have my planned cheat days, like we're all human. You're gonna have your cheat days. I went a long time. I did like 100-day challenge. Like I went a long time without doing cheat days, but I'm only human. I like to enjoy my cheat days with like a family. You always feel better if you plan them out. If you just go in one day, you're like, oh, I'm craving this, just let me eat it, you're gonna feel guilty. So, but I feel like y'all are my biggest motivation, in all honesty. What are some of your long-term goals? Some of my long-term goals is, just to stay healthy and have this keto channel, grow my channel with y'all, help y'all grow as people, and just be successful at this. Like this is basically my long-term goal. And then next question, tips on avoiding saggy weight loss skin. Now, for us women, if you've had multiple children like I have, my skin isn't that bad, but you're gonna have some saggy skin. Now you're gonna have some. Now if you have an excessive amount, or you are, working out is what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to lift weights, you're gonna have to run, you're gonna have to drink lots of water. That's just what you're gonna have to do in order to not have so much loose skin. Because if you're a bigger person and you just drop weight really fast, then you're gonna have some loose skin if you don't work it out. I drink collagen. Now I'm not saying that it works, because So collagen is supposed to help with your skin, and I don't think, you know, my skin is too bad, but it might help you if y'all want to try that. If you do have excess skin, just put a scoop in your coffee every day and see after a month if that has helped, made a difference. Take some pictures maybe to see before and after, but I've heard that collagen has helped a lot with skin. It says, do you get hate from your family / people on your weight loss? How do you deal with it? So I'm someone that does not keep negative people around me. I don't want to deal with that in my life. I'm very happy. I have not had any hate on me that I know of for, you know, for my weight loss. I keep supportive people around me all the time, my family, any friends. I just tend to cut people out that have negativity in my life. I don't like to deal with that as a person. I want to stay happy. I'm very happy in my life. So if you bring negative around me like that, I tend to just ignore it. I don't really deal with it, and I feel like people shouldn't have to deal with that in their life. People, if you're losing weight and you're happy and people are hating on you or saying negative stuff, I feel like you shouldn't keep those people around you in your life, because that's just gonna hold you back, and you know, all that negative stuff you don't need. You keep going forward as yourself and lose the weight that you want to lose and be happy. You don't need negative people in your life. So no, I'm not someone that keeps negative people around me. I haven't had anybody hate on my weight loss. Everybody has been very supportive, especially my family. Is your husband still doing keto, and how is he coming? So my husband was doing great. But since this whole COVID thing started, he got off from work, and my husband's the type of person that is, if he's at home, he wants to snack. And me, I tend to cook a lot. So, no, he's not doing keto right now, because he's just been here at home, and, you know, we had to buy food for this whole thing that's happening, or he kind of eats what he has to eat here and stuff like that. But eventually he will start keto again, I promise. Once he goes back to work, he tends to have to be at work. I have to make his meals there, and then when he comes home, I already have a dinner made for him, so that's what he has to eat. So once he goes back to work and stuff, he will probably start his keto journey again and hopefully lose some weight and get healthy. What are your plans after keto? Like I said earlier, I'm not going to start keto. I'm just going to up my carb intake a little bit and keep going, keep being healthy, not try to gain weight at all, try to just stay the same weight. But I would never stop keto. What made you decide to start a YouTube channel? So from what I can remember, I remember one day I would always post like keto recipes on my Facebook, like take pictures and show everybody, hey, this is what I'm eating today, and people would like it a lot, or like, ooh, how did you make that? And I just remember sitting there, and I would always watch keto YouTube videos, and I was like, man, I posted on Facebook, I was like, I wish I could start a keto YouTube channel, and everybody was like, do it, and I was like, okay. So I just did it. I just jumped into it. I told my husband, hey, this is what I want to do, and he was supportive about it. Everybody was really supportive about it. My mother-in-law helped me out. She gave me like a camera and a little setup, and she's like, here, use this, because she's a photographer. So I'm very appreciative of everybody that has helped me get started. So I kind of just jumped into it. This is what I wanted to do. I love to cook. I was like, let me help people. Show them what to eat, because not a lot of people know what to eat. When I first started, I just like joined keto groups on Facebook, and I did a lot of research before I jumped into it, like of what to eat and stuff. I'm like, that sounds pretty good. I could do this. You know, you can still have eggs, you can still have cheese, you can still have bacon, you can still have your meats, your veggies. So I was like, this will probably be easy. So I just jumped into it, and then I just wanted to show everybody what to eat, make some good recipes that y'all could follow. So that's how I got started. It says, what software do you use to edit your videos? I use Filmora 9 to edit my videos. I will link it in the description below as well for y'all to check out. It's very easy to use. They have tons of stuff. I really like it. So that's pretty much the only software that I've ever used and I've stuck to. It's really good if y'all want to check it out. How long does it take you to do a video, like to prep, editing, to post? So it depends what I'm making. If I do like a dinner video, it's a process. So YouTube, when you go into YouTube, don't think it's easy, because it is like a full-time job. It's a lot of planning out, editing, researching, knowing what you're going to talk about, knowing what you're going to do. It's a lot of work. So it takes me, when I do a full on like dinner video, I say from editing to posting, it takes about 4 to 5 hours. It's a process. Now when I do the short ones, like quick breakfast or like snacks and stuff, I say about 2 to 3 hours. It's a couple hours. They're not really quick. If you gotta sit down, you gotta edit, you gotta do all this stuff. Even in the process of the video, I got kids. Sometimes something happens. You know, it's a process for me. So it's a couple hours from editing to posting to all of that. Now that y'all know how much work that I put into this, how long it takes a couple of hours. If y'all would please hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see lots of keto recipes to help you along your journey and some tips. Don't forget to hit that button. So our last question is, any tips for keto newbies? My tip for y'all is to don't compare your journey, your weight loss, to anybody else's. You are on your own journey. Everybody loses weight at a different pace. So just keep going and pushing forward. I recommend do not have cheat days in the beginning of your journey. I say go at least 3 to 6 months or 3 months without cheating, because you want to get your body to ketosis and you want to get past those cravings. So if you have a cheat day early on, you're just going to give up. So I don't really recommend cheat days in the beginning. Drink lots of water. I recommend doing intermediate fasting if you can. That helps a lot with your weight loss journey. Working out, you don't have to do it. I didn't do it, but I do recommend it to people because, you know, it helps your weight loss. It helps, you know, with saggy skin, or you want to tone up or something like that. It helps a lot to work out. Don't have lots of keto sweets. I would have it maybe once every couple of days. Kind of try to stay away from like hidden sugars. Don't drink too many diet sodas, stuff like that. And just keep going, keep pushing yourself to reach your goals, and don't give up. You're gonna see lots of changes in yourself, not just with weight, with your attitude, with your energy, with things that you do. You're gonna see lots of changes. So I recommend everybody to just keep going, and eventually you will get there. Alright guys, so that is our Q&A of what y'all wanted to know about me. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all in my next video.